So today is one of the hardest days of my life. As a nurse, you don't expect that you're going to strike, and you don't expect that you are going to move away from your roles and responsibility. But actually, we need to do it. It's about patient safety at the moment, and the patients aren't safe, and the numbers that we're having aren't safe to support the workload that we've got coming through.
But it just gets to a point where you can't do it anymore. So we've got staff going off at the moment with stress, with back injuries, whatever, and it's all down to we just keep pushing ourselves to keep looking after patients, which is what our job is. That's our job role. Today, for a lot of us here, it's not about fair pay. That would be nice, but it's still not about fair pay. For us, it's more the safe staffing levels to keep our patients safe.
We need to invest in our workforce, we need to invest in nurses. Everyone at some point in their life is going to need a nurse, and they're going to need to be looked after by a nurse. And if we don't have any nurses, we can't just close the hospital, we can't just tell everyone to go home, so we need to look after us and make sure we've got enough nurses so we can all be looked after at some point in our lives.
We're having to pick colleagues up after every shift, and it becomes a point at what point is that it's now becoming the norm. It's becoming okay to come in and find a colleague crying and upset with how they've been or how they've managed a shift.
A lot of people having panic attacks, crying at work. I know that a lot of places have cupboards designated for people to go into if they need to just have a bit of a release, a bit of a cry, which is a sad thing to think about, but it's necessary.
We are doing this just in solidarity, really, with those who are on the wards at the moment, because, a change needs to happen, and we need to get more staff to be able to make that change. And if that means that we have to, say to people out there, if we give you a little bit more of a pay rise, then potentially you're going to want to come and work with us, then that's what we need to do.
The government need to look after us and make sure that there are enough nurses to be able to look after our patients safely and make sure that we can get people home and well.
I think a lot of people do feel forgotten. I feel we were heroes at that one point in time, and now it looks as though we're the bad ones for actually walking out of work. But if this is what it takes, then that's what it takes.